Hi everybody.
Good morning.
Morning. Say good morning.
Oh, sorry. Good morning.
We are Bodyjar. We're taking over Riche this morning, and while you're having your breakfast, we're going to play some songs that we love, and I think you guys are going to like it too. And then we're going to come back tonight and do even more.
Full blown punk 90s, 2000s extravaganza.
Epitaph, Fat, Discord, you name it. The punk bands are going to be on the TV.
It's like being at the Art House in 1999.
Yeah, or Gilman Street or something like that. One of those punk,
I've
cool punk places in America.
Never been there.
Haven't you?
Don't put people off their Wheaties.
I've read about it. But look, we're back. We're playing punk rock, so come and join us.
So this next song is Youth Wasted by the Bronx.
Oh, what a song.
What a song.
What a band.
Absolutely, what a band. So for me, I discovered this band, the first time I actually really heard them was live. Thanks, mate. And can I hold my own?
Sure.
Yeah, thanks.
Nice.
I just know where your hand's been. And 2007, and I was at a music festival. You can have your mic back. 2007, I was at a festival in Brisbane, and just by chance, they were on a side stage, and went and checked them out, and I was absolutely, utterly blown away by how good they were. And to this day, I still reckon they're one of the best live bands going around. They are
great front man. He just
amazing front man.
Never runs out of energy.
Yeah.
And they sound like the record too, don't they?
They do.
Like
yeah.
tight.
Yeah. And just such good rock songs. Like, I don't know, just solid rock and roll.
They're
band.
like tough as nails, but they still have like they have these memorable choruses.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say melodic or catchy or poppy, but
they are.
They're memorable though.
Yeah.
But they're not without being too fruity.
No, there's no fruit.
You know what I mean?
No fruit
It's
on
like
that.
it's like an
You go
anthemic.
backstage, it's meat platters, no fruit platters.
Carnivores, all of them.
Just, well, probably not.
I will
probably
kill
not.
myself if they're all veggies.
No, look, I reckon they probably would be.
I reckon there's
Never
a fair
know.
chance.
Yeah.
I
Who
reckon.
knows? Either way.
Look, who knows? But they write a meaty
Either way.
hook.
The meat of meaty hook. I'd nearly call them, honestly, they're like a party band.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Heavy, like rock and roll party band. And
Is this from 4?
yes.
Bronx 4, yeah, that's
Yeah.
it, with the tiger on
with
the
the
front.
tiger on the
the
front.
red
Oh my god, it's
And
so much better than the
many.
Doobie Brothers.
Yeah, and the film clip, speaking of tigers, has a big fake tiger in it. And people dressed up as firefighters, fellas that are dressed as firefighters and strip. And the band dresses in cowboy hats, and it's a party vibe of a clip. So
Cowboy hats.
yeah,
Okay.
gotta love it.
No cowboy boots, it's all right.
Okay.
I think there's probably boots there as well.
Okay.
Anyway, have a look. Youth Wasted, the Bronx.
This next song is by Against Me, a band that I kind of discovered late after reading the Tranny book, which is an amazing read.
Oh, yeah.
On audiobook.
I got that too.
You got into that?
Great.
And I'd read the book and then go and find the songs on my streaming service, and there was like the backstory behind the song and the lyrics, and it was such an easy way to get into an artist.
Yeah, I think that's how I got into it too. I remember Ross, our old drummer, recommending that book.
He is a good book recommender.
He does
And
recommend
movies.
gold. And I listened to the book, and that sort of got me into him even a bit more.
Yep.
And
I listened to that White Crosses a lot when we were writing for this last album too, because
White crosses on the church lawn. I wanna smash them.
yeah, get out there and smash them.
She just writes anthems.
I know.
Anthems.
You just want to
Yeah.
stomp your feet, and
Just like Stephen Wolf.
never did.
Never did.
Any anthemic hits ever. So Thrash Unreal, get into it. Get some fast phrasing chorus craziness. I love it.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
So the next one's another Aussie band, and more good mates of ours probably as well, I'd be saying. Blueline Medic with Making the Nouveau Riche.
It's actually making up words to make yourself sound intelligent.
The name of the song.
I thought that's what it was.
Oh, I don't know. We'll have to ask Donnie.
What is
See
it?
he
Making
says.
the
Making the
Nouveau.
Nouveau Riche.
I like the way you Nouveau.
Nouveau. They're probably sitting at home thinking, dickheads.
Probably.
Them. I'd go with that. But anyway, this is an amazing song, and another one of those ones like, as a younger fella in my teens, late teens, and hearing this song for the first time, and the Apology Wars, the whole record that it come off is just, for me, an incredible record. Sorry?
Nothing.
Come off. That it was on, we'll go with that. What do you reckon?
Brilliant.
But yeah, just an amazing record, an amazing band, and still one to this day I listen to all the time. In the last few days, I've been listening, to them again. And but yeah, amazing song. So unless you guys got something else to add,
I reckon I agree.
Let the
Like
song speak for
they
itself.
came up through the sort of art house thing, like us in 28 Days. I guess
Caustic Soda.
Caustic Soda became Blueline Medic.
Members of 1 Inch Punch.
Yeah, I think that they write great songs that take a few listens to get, but once you get them, it's not instant. But once you get it, it's unbelievably
They're like
infectious.
a cat, as opposed to a dog. It's like dog just comes up. Whereas a cat, you got to work on it.
Yeah, you got to earn the respect. So
that's a really good way.
yeah, they are like a
love
cat. So look, they're bloody great, and they hadn't played for years and years and years, and we got them out of retirement to do a tour with Sam I Am, and I remember that was amazing. They were still really bloody good. Sean, the drummer, amazing.
Yeah, incredible.
Adrian Lombardi on guitar.
Dave
Snow. They're all
there.
It's an all-star band.
Yeah.
A bunch of dudes you just wanted to have a beer with too.
Yeah, true.
And you'd watch them every single night on tour.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't
always
really have a
watch the whole
choice
set.
because they were
playing.
They were playing it.
I know that, but you know what I mean.
But Donnie, you're a great singer, great songwriter too, and so
Here it is. Make
here it
you
is.
go rich. Blueline Medic.
Riche.
Rich.
Hi everyone. We're Bodyjar.
We are.
We are, aren't we? We're nearly all of Bodyjar. We are missing Nick, but we're nearly all of Bodyjar, and you're watching Rage.
The next song is one of our favourite Aussie artists, and that's Gyroscope from Perth, Western Australia, who we've recently been touring with as well, mind you, which is just sick. You can't complain about that, can we?
No.
We can because they're probably a lot better than us live, which is awkward.
Yes, it's
Next
a hard band to follow, but hey, if we take it in turns every night, well,
Yeah, flip that
we'll
coin.
be right. But they are an amazing
Yeah.
live band. I mean,
So many good tunes. How did you choose just one?
Well, that's the thing, and it's going to happen a lot tonight on this.
Yeah.
Is there's so many songs that we could have picked, heaps from that artist, but
Yeah,
and this is
yeah.
an example of it. Gyroscope,
I
just
wouldn't
such
pick
good
this
songs.
yeah, well,
What would you pick?
Yeah, I'll have to think about that.
Yeah,
I remember seeing them play this live. So this is Fast Girl, right? So
yeah,
I went and saw them play. I would have been pre-pandemic, right before COVID hit, at the High Five Bar in Melbourne, and they played this, and they go into Beds of Burning in the middle of it.
Yeah, that is great.
It's a Midnight Oil song, and it's just like glorious rock moment. And even before that, I was a massive fan, and my wife is probably their best customer on their web store as well. She buys tons of stuff. So, it's
You
something.
should buy shares in the company.
Yeah, I would if they don't just float the company. Gyroscope.
I just remember like Prince of Wales, Bunbury.
yeah,
Those lads.
Yep.
yeah, absolutely. Nah,
So
such
if
a
you're
good
just
band.
getting home from the Prince of Wales in Bunbury, and flicking on Rage on the ABC.
On the ABC. Yes.
Yeah.
So.
And it's a cool clip, this one as well. And they put it in the hard yards because they did it out in the desert. So they would have been a bit hot. They're wearing all black clothing.
God, they
Put it
really-
in. They
Diesel
put it in for
dust.
the ride.
Yeah.
But Gyroscope, Fast Girl. And it's one of the best grooves you'll hear from a band.
Great groove.
Sick.
All right. Well, this song is called "Not the Same." It's it's a fairly well-known song for us, I guess. It's the one that everyone seems to sing along to at shows, and
It was on a
Video game.
pro skater video game.
that's right. Steve Caballero got us on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater with this song, and he was a bit of a fan of the band, which was incredible because he's a childhood hero, obviously. But so that led to us making a video for it. This was the first album we did on EMI, and I think it is made by Jason Tuddy.
It is.
And it was kind of a bit of a piss take of the whole pop stars thing at the time. I remember Bardo were being sort of created on TV as a what would you call it, like a manufactured band.
Yeah, they were
and they made a TV show about it. It was probably one of the first reality TV shows, especially a music-based one. And so we sort of took the piss out of that, and it's kind of about us being created as a manufactured punk band, I guess, and it was a laugh to make, and it's got dudes from 28 Days in it. It's got dudes from Area 7.
Beltsy's in there.
Beltsy's in
Mind's
there. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's tons of all our friends were in it, and it's a cool little vibe, I reckon.
It's great. It's good fun.
So have a listen and a watch. Hey everyone, we're Bodyjar. My name's Cam.
Good for you. I'm Tom. Shane's over there.
Hello.
Say hi, Shane.
Hi, Shane.
And we're programming Rage, which is awesome. I feel like that's kind of like a rite of passage for a few Australian bands, hey?
Oh, we're going to have some of our best friends bands on tonight.
Yes, bands that have influenced us and bands we've toured with, a lot of punk stuff. We're even going to play some 1 Inch Punch. We're going to play Propagandy. We've got No Effects, Descendents.
All my favourites.
Blueline.
Yeah, Blueline,
Blueline,
Medic, the ones you know and love.
Yeah.
The bands that mean a lot to us. And yeah, we hope you dig it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Wipe the spew off your bottom lip and let's go.
This is a band called All, A-double-L. It's kind of confusing when you're trying to find them on Spotify. But they have been a massive influence on Bodyjar. So basically it's the band Descendents with another singer. So after Descendents broke up, they got another singer and they became All. And they are like, I don't know, the most melodic, the most musical punk band ever. If you haven't heard them, check them out. This song is called Simple Things. It's amazing.
Who sang on this one?
Scott Reynolds, who was the second singer. So Dave Smalley was the first singer. He was the singer from Dag Nasty. He was great, but he only lasted one EP. This next singer was their best. Scott Reynolds. Chad Price is singing now. He's still awesome, but this is an amazing song. I don't know. They never made crazy good videos, but I just think this song is cool, and it's a simple sort of green background thing going on. And this band, I mean, it's Descendents basically. Their drummer and the guitarist, produced and mixed 2 of our albums, our first album and our third album. So they've had a big influence on us, and they're great songwriters. And I just think everyone should know this band because they're probably the most underrated band in music, not just punk rock, but music. I mean, their albums are incredible. So get into it.
So we've already spoken about All, and now we're getting into Descendents, who were mentioned earlier by Cam when he was talking about All. So for me, when I was a teenager, really getting into the punk rock stuff, and this song, I'm the One by Descendents, is just a song that, even to this day,
It's
is
been
still
there
one of
for
my
you all
favourites.
along.
It's always been there, all along.
Just like the lyrics.
Exactly. And it's a love song. Let's go with it. It's a love song.
It's a love song. I mean, that's
Yeah.
the great thing about Descendents is they were a
Yeah.
punk band, but they weren't afraid to write songs about relationships and
Yeah.
and girls, and they basically wrote songs about girls and coffee.
Yeah.
And they were
Not at the same time.
Not at the same time. But
Yeah.
over caffeinated, super energetic, amazing song from an album called Everything Sucks, which was probably the best comeback record from any punk band anyway, I reckon, because we hadn't heard an album from Descendents for years and years and years, and then suddenly they come back with this, and this was the first single.
Yep, it was. And being a drummer myself, Bill Stevenson as a drummer is like, I don't think anyone comes near him.
No one comes near him. I mean,
Not even just as a punk drummer, but just
even Dave Grohl
general.
would say that he's probably he's the guy.
the guy.
He's just this huge gorilla behind the drum kit with this huge. I've got one of his sticks at home that I got from an All gig. It's like a cricket wicket.
Yeah.
It is huge, and he's just like he looks at you when he's playing like this.
Yeah. Does it?
Oh man, he's a monster. He's an ogre.
He's a monster. Yeah.
Not bad guitar playing too.
And he wrote some of the best songs in punk rock ever. He wrote Clean Sheets.
He
I
did,
mean,
that's
so
right.
he's like the Brian Wilson of punk, I reckon.
Yeah.
Well, and remember when Stefan did that guitar playing on one of our songs?
Oh yeah, he did a solo.
And we had to work it out.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's like, oh my God.
Yeah, so the guitar player in this band is Stefan Egerton, and he did a guest solo on a song we've got called Hope Was Leaving, and it was very hard to learn because obviously Tom has to play that every time we play live. So next time we'll just get a guy who's not so good to do a guest spot.
Joey Cape did some singing on that song too.
He did too. He did it.
We'll talk about that
later on. Yeah. So
Yeah, so I'm the One, Descendants. Now we're changing a little bit, but we're going to a band that started as a punk band. Beastie Boys.
yes, they did too.
Yeah, that's
They started as
technically,
a punk,
we probably
hardcore
could have
band,
chosen
and
one
they
of
are
their punky
still.
songs.
We could have, but
I love this song.
We've gone with Past the Mic, and honestly, it's another one. As we've said already tonight, is we could have picked a million songs from these guys, but we've gone with this one.
It was hard to go past Sabotage.
Yeah.
great riff in there.
Yeah.
And they've got so many good clips too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spend $1 on it.
This is a killer clip though.
Yeah.
There's lots of skateboarding in it, so you dig it.
Skateboard riding.
Skateboard riding.
I like skateboard riding.
Kick flips, ollies.
great. That's
all
great.
That sort of thing. But yeah, Beastie Boys. For me, like again, another band as a young kid, just love them to death. And recently, you guys were talking about audiobooks earlier, is the Beastie Boys book.
Oh, that's a great read.
I've, a little while ago, listened to the Beastie Boys book as an audiobook, and it is the best.
It's cool how they get
Guest
cool.
readers.
Guest readers.
Yeah,
Will
like,
Ferrell reads some.
Yeah, chapter by chapter, and then the remaining Beasties jump in and tell you these little bits just in between the chapters, and it's just amazing.
Oh.
If you haven't heard it or read it, do yourself a favour.
I think they had the first, like, wasn't the License to Ill, which I bought on vinyl when it came out. That's how old I am. And it came with a little stencil that you could spray paint on things. Yeah, I've still got it.
Really?
But that album, I think, was the first #1 hip-hop record in America, and it sold like over 10 million copies or something. And they don't play one song off it live anymore because they're so embarrassed about it. But, you know, to me, it's the sound of like just these crazy sort of teenagers, you know, in New York City. It's exactly what they are.
And in the book, when they talk about getting, you know, they go and just buy a sampler or something from a second-hand shop, and they just, that's what they could get. They just used it and made a song, and
they'd buy a cowbell.
And they would not buy a cowbell.
They wouldn't? Okay.
Well, maybe they would.
There's cowbells in their songs. Of course they had cowbell.
They didn't buy it though. They just sort of found one on the road.
But even in the audiobook, and then you listen to like the gigs they were going to while they were still at school, and you know, going and seeing all these amazing punk bands in the middle of the week. To like, there might be 20 or 30 people at these shows. And it's just, you know, like just the story behind this band is just wow. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, Beastie Boys, pass the mic.
G'day, we're Bodyjar. You're tuned in to Rage on the ABC.
Rage.
Chipmunk Punk.
Rage.
Face to Face is another band that were a big influence on us in the early days, I guess.
They've just released a really good record recently too, by the way.
Protection? Or no, one after that.
No Way Out But Through or something?
Oh, that's right. No, yeah, it's a new... Yeah, anyway. They go back a fair way, probably to the early 90s. They were part of that sort of first wave of punk pop, I guess, as it got big in probably like 92, 93. Epitaph, Fat, they were a big part of that. And they just had a simple
They were a bit different, weren't they? They were more songy.
More songy, more simple. They weren't trying to prove how good they could play. They were just writing these 3-chord classics, I reckon. Don't Turn Away, the first album, is awesome. And they're a great band. And we toured Japan with them, actually. They took us to Japan. And that was an incredible experience for us as a young band to learn that these guys weren't even in the band. But I remember watching. It was a long time ago, back when everything was in black and white. But
how did you go there on a ship?
Took 6 weeks.
Very funny. No, but it was the first time I'd watched a band from America play in a different country, and realised that they do the same set every night, and that they said exactly the same thing to the crowd every night. I was like, we always thought that was kind of like spontaneous, but they had their show sort of worked out, and it worked every night. And I thought that is an easy. It's kind of, I did respect it in a way. I'm like, they've got it worked out. They're just going to do it the same every night, and it gets better and better. They get better and better at doing it, and it was kind of professional. And the songs are great, and you know. I should have bought his amp. He asked me if I wanted to buy his amp.
Ooh, what was it?
It was a JCM 800 that had been hotted up. And it was the one he used on Disconnected and Don't Turn Away. And I said no, I didn't have the money at the time. Yeah. Trevor.
Do you sell it?
Nah, he would have sold it to someone else. But look, great band.
There's a shiflet in that band too.
There is a shiflet on bass, yes. And everyone else has moved around since I think there's a new bass player and a new drummer. But look, they're still great. They're still making good music. So enjoy. Face to Face. So we're back. We're back with another song.
I've got a mohawk.
You do?
It's a hint.
Yes.
Ooh.
Who could it be?
I'm going to kick over a dustbin.
Who's the scary punks? No. This is Rancid. Early 90s. I mean, even now, they're still a great band. But I guess, and Out Come the Wolves was just an incredible album. Came out on Epitaph, I think early 90s, probably mid 90s. And just sucked me in. I had their...
That had so many hits on it, that record.
It did. It was incredible.
And it was like 400 songs and half of them were amazing.
And they were all good. And it was produced by Brett Gurewitz, I think.
Really?
Who's done a lot of that stuff on Epitaph, that early stuff, that early Pennywise, NoFX kind of stuff. But this really stood out. It was better than all that sort of stuff, I reckon. Just stronger songs. And they didn't fit into that sort of fast sort of category.
No.
They had their own kind of vibe, a bit more English and a bit more authentic. And I just
It was
think
the Mohawks.
Yeah, it was the Mohawks, and like it's just what they were singing about, and it was just the right moment. And then I remember we ended up playing with them at this tour called Somersault that came out in probably 93, 4,
I was
whatever.
about 12, mate. Go on.
Yeah, so we got to see them play live at Somersault, which was a little tour that did probably Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane.
That had Beastie Boys.
Had Beastie Boys, had Foo Fighters for the first time, had Sonic Youth,
Bodyjar.
had Jawbreaker.
Wow.
It had Beck. It had.
Who's she?
It was an incredible tour lineup. So
Can someone do that lineup again? If anyone's listening, it's a promoter. Can you make that happen again? Because I didn't get to go. I was in primary school.
Yeah.
yeah, true.
I didn't go.
Look,
No. Let's make it happen.
I'm a little bit older than you guys, so I can tell you that it was.
Tell us another story, Copper.
Well, look. No, it's great tour to be on, and memories for us as a band. And I remember Tim Armstrong, the singer, coming over to our dressing room just to say good day. I thought that's cool. Big American band. You know, he doesn't have to
do that on
but
Warped
he-
Tour.
No, he didn't. But he made an effort to come over and say, "Hey guys," you know. And I thought, cool, you know, respect. So, yeah, we got to watch Rancid, Jawbreaker, Beastie Boys, you know, Sonic Youth, Foo Fighters. It was just unreal. So, good memories. Rancid.
Well, it's been a long night. This is Bodyjar. We've been doing one song, one shot. And it's getting a little bit crazy in here. So you're watching Rage. We're going to have a nap.
Oh, that's a classic.
What's going on? What's going on?
Rage.
Rage.
Oh, look, I just found a Midnight Oil record. You can tell I've been back there because the sign's going all wobbly again.
We'll fix that.
So we're going to play a Midnight Oil song, not from this record. I think it's actually a live version of Lucky Country, which
Cool.
I chose because I've never seen it before.
Sweet.
And I really want to see it. I probably could have Googled it or something, but...
Oh, man, this is good. Take a little chance, and you know, you can watch this. And
It's more authentic doing it this way.
And I feel like they're technically a punky band.
definitely when I first saw them when I was a lot younger, and I saw them and his bald head and the way he was kind of dancing around like this.
He does dance.
You know,
very funny, doesn't he?
I thought, yeah, he's a punk band. I think that's how they sort of got received in the US as well. I remember they did that show. They did one song on the Exxon building.
Yeah.
It was like a protest song. So
Yeah, they rocked up on a flatbed truck or
yeah, it's cool. I mean, they've
something. It was
always
a whole
had
concert.
Yeah, they've always had that kind of punk vibe to them. I reckon punk/surf guitar.
You could buy 3 Fugazi records for that price, though.
How much is that?
$17.99.
It's not too
From
bad.
Brashes.
Yeah, right.
No, it's from Mall Music.
Finally use
Oh,
that
sorry.
Brashes voucher I've got.
$1.
Ah, second hand.
They
But
sold
look,
a few of these puppies.
Oh yeah, that was a huge album.
One
Blue Sky.
band that we've never played with.
True, and they did play recently, and we tried, and they were like, "Nah, guys, we're not doing that anymore. no, we're not playing with rock bands anymore.
Not
So-
ones like you, anyway.
It's not going to happen." But
It'll
look,
never happen now.
it's probably one of your biggest influences, isn't it?
I really quite like them.
Yeah, I
We
think
wrote that Big Shot song that was kind of like...
Yeah, it's a bit of a sort of ode to Midnight Oil. It's
actually
on.
stole a lyric from them too.
You did too about submarines, which
Yeah.
suddenly now has all this relevance because
Yeah.
of the submarines. But look, yeah, listen to it. It's golden. It's the golden age of Oz rock, and they're the kings.
They are the kings.
Best guitar.
Midnight Oil.
I can't believe they've got that.
What?
You wouldn't bloody know about it.
Fleetwood Mac.
Rage.
Look, we're Bodyjar. We've been sitting here programming all night watching these videos. It's
Pretty
been,
tuck it out.
It's been hard work just watching all these videos, and it's awesome. But yeah, I want you to
Enjoy yourself.
throw caution to the wind.
Rage.
Rage. This next song is Suggestion by Fugazi.
You're getting very...
Look, I'm getting serious.
We're serious.
It's time to be. Look, this is Fugazi. We're talking about ex-members of Minor Threat. We're not mucking around.
The whole reason you play an SG, maybe?
Yep, a white SG. I wanted one exactly like Ian Mackay's, and I ended up getting one.
And we all wanted the receding hairline like him too.
We did too. We've achieved that. So
I haven't got one
That's why you're wearing a hat then.
yes.
It's sunny in here.
Yeah.
Bright lights.
But look, Fugazi, great live band. I remember seeing them play at the Hull in Croydon, which is an old soccer club.
You lucky devil.
And it was an all-ages show. I remember they played for $5. They had no lighting at all. They had the lights on. They were actually in the venue, the fluoros, but they'd spent all their money on the PA, so it just sounded amazing. I just thought the concept of that band is awesome. They don't care about how they look or the lighting, and they just care about how it sounds and how they write their songs. I think that's instilled a few values like that in Bodyjar as well. The song is sort of the most important thing. And they had a lot of integrity and just, they had a really good history and it's almost like mathematical punk rock. If you listen to it, it's so like well thought out and there's a lot of like timing things going on. And I just thought, great.
Good
grooves.
Layers and grooves.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Volume.
Clever music.
It is clever. It's like,
it is.
it's just incredible. So, those first probably 3 albums are amazing, and this is a great song. They're a great live band. They've toured here in Australia twice, and both times awesome. So enjoy Fugazi. You are listening to Rage. We are Bodyjar. I am a robot from 1984.
Okay, that just happened. G'day, this is Bodyjar living our best life here.
We have really grabbed life by the horns.
By the cojones.
Yep.
Because we're programming
Rage.
Oh, welcome back. Next tune is by one of our great mates, Frankston's finest export, 28 Days. Goodbye is the song. We've played a lot with these guys over the years.
We have. We sort of came up through the ranks together. I remember we were playing the Art House on a Friday. They'd be doing the Saturday.
We'd sell more tickets than them. There'd be a punch on.
They would be, yeah. There'd be a punch
win.
on. Yeah, they'd win.
A punch on.
But yeah, I mean, we sort of grew up with them, you know. I mean, I remember playing a lot of the same festivals when we put out How It Works, they put out Upstyle Down.
Yep.
And we actually named that album. So you're welcome, 28 Days.
You owe me.
So we used to drink at this pub called The Labour in Vain, and I remember they were there one night trying to think of an album name for their platinum album, which this song is from. Ooh. And we had a name called Upstyle Down that we were thinking about using, but they were like, shit, can we use that?
It was so them.
And we're like, yeah, it's yours. And
let's name our record now.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
They didn't. But look.
Yeah. It's great. We're really good mates. We love hanging out with them.
And we've done tons of shows with them, so...
We miss Scotty.
Bloody oath. And we had to play one of their songs just to sort of say, how you going, guys? And let's do another show.
Put your hats on backwards and go have a Limp Bizkit moment.
And get a DJ. Nah, great band.
Hello, Ragians. We've got another song for you now from a Melbourne rock and roll outfit called Press Club.
Yes, singer Nat Foster, amazing.
She features on a song on our last album.
She does. She provides some sort of spontaneity, some energy. She's one of the most energetic, singers in a band, don't you think?
She's amazing.
So?
Yeah.
So
she's great in this clip too.
Is she? Yeah.
It's a really cool clip.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this clip. So,
what's the song called?
Cancel. Oh, I think so.
That's good.
Have a listen to it.
Another tidbit. Greg, the guitar Greg.
Yes.
He recorded that live thing we did during COVID.
He did, and he also, I think he recorded a lot of their most recent album, which sounds amazing as well.
And Nick's band's album.
That's right. So Nick, our bass player, who's not here at the moment.
He's in a car.
Yeah, he's driving. He has a band called Raging Hormones, and I think he produced that one as well. So anyway, look, we're sort of going off the subject a little bit. Great band. Have a listen to it. Check out their other stuff.
Amazing.
And get back to us with what you think.
Yes, just on the link below.
Yeah.
Yeah. Down here.
More cowbell.
Down here.
Or just DM us.
Damn it.
They put their pants on one leg at a time like everybody else.
Only when theirs are on, they make good records.
Time's come to say goodbye.
The time has come to say goodbye. So massive thanks to all you guys for sticking with us throughout the night. And listening to our old punk dude stuff.
Yeah.
And hopefully you've enjoyed it. And hopefully we've revived a few memories for you.
I can't wait to watch it.
Same.
Except the bits where we talk.
Yeah.
Probably skip that.
Skip those, but we can do an edit.
Yeah.
But look, no, yeah, stoked to be able to do this too. Like programming Rage for me, and probably for you guys too.
We've
is like
waited 20 years.
it's the pinnacle. We made it.
We've made it.
We made it.
Outrageous.
The only other thing a band can do that's better is get their own pinball machine, but that's not going to happen. I mean, Aerosmith and Guns N' Roses maybe, but you know, programming Rage is up there.
Yeah.
So, thanks everyone. We're going to leave you with a bunch of our clips. Hopefully they hold up.
Should be some laughs in there. JT made a good funny clip.
Yeah, we made a lot of clips with a guy called JT. We tried to not take it too seriously. And this song is called Get Out of My Head. It's off our new record, New Rituals. Our bass player Nick actually made this clip all by himself during lockdown because he wasn't allowed to sort of...
You're in it though.
I am in it for a second. Yeah, I spit at him or something. But so, you know, watch it and make of it what you will. But I think he did a really good job for someone making a clip all by himself without sort of getting anyone's feedback for such a long time. But he had an idea in his head of what he wanted to do, and it has a lot to do with media and like how everything's sort of in your face at the moment, and how we were dealing with lockdowns and issues, and like and just how much advertising can be put into your personal space, stuff like that. And
Brought to you by Locality Store.
yeah, brought to you by exactly. So you know we're hypocrites, but look, I think writing
Cute when we do it.
yeah, exactly. But look, this is one of the songs that I think as soon as we wrote the song, we knew we had something, you know, kind of special. It was kind of had that little extra something.
Yeah.
Had that collaborative effort to the
Yeah,
song.
it was like an equal sort of thing, you know.
Yeah.
And we thought, cool, and it was a good start to sort of making the whole album after this. So
It was.
appropriate that it was a single with a video, and I think Nick did a really good job. So
Yeah.
so watch and hopefully you dig it, and thanks for sticking with us. This video's a more recent video, I guess, even though that probably
20
means...
years.
No, 20 years ago.
Not quite. 2005.
2005. So,
Yeah.
so we got off the major labels and went back to Shock and made a self-titled record where we had Shane playing the drums for the first time.
Yeah.
Had our own little studio where we could make demos, and we spent a lot of time writing songs for this album. And
did.
It ended up being a heavier kind of album. Richard Stoll's produced it, did a good job. This song was, for me anyway, like my favourite Bodyjar song to play and everything. I thought, it did pretty well. We made a video. This time it wasn't like mullet wigs and
it
was
a bit more
dressing
serious
up.
and
It
dark.
it was a dark. It was kind of a darker vibe, and it was influenced by, I guess, more of a horror movie vibe, Evil Dead kind of thing. And I remember the director was like really into that vibe. So we went out to King Lake in the forest. And
2 nights.
for
Freezing
two
cold.
nights,
Freezing cold in the winter.
and we had all these dogs
Yeah.
around, and like it's cool. Like, and I just think, you know, it's a cool video, and it's a little bit different to what we would usually do. So there you go.
Yeah.
Enjoy. Lights out. So this next one is a song called Too Drunk to Drive.
It's very important.
Yeah, and it was a cool song. It's off Plastic Skies. Adelaide from Magic Dirt sings a verse and a middle part and a bunch of other stuff. And so I guess that side of it makes it special for us, because, I mean, to me, she was so cool. And I didn't think she would ever agree to be on our record, but she did. And not only did she do it, but she did an amazing job.
And she was in the film clip.
And she was in the video. So the video is kind of, I guess, like a talent show.
With Wally Kempton.
Wally Kempton, yes, from Even and the Meanies, hosting. And I guess it was so much fun. It has all these different acts and stuff in it, and it's her and me doing a duet. And yeah, and she killed it. I remember she came into the studio to record it, and she'd already done her own little like 8-track version of the whole song with all these harmonies and stuff. Like, so she really took it seriously, and then she nailed it. And we made this video. It's a bit of fun. Check it out. Hi everyone, we are Bodyjar, and you're watching Rage. Hello everyone, we are Bodyjar.
Popping the corks off the spew manty.
Woo! Happy New Year. You've made it. You got through it. It wasn't as bad as the year before, but there's a lot to look forward to. So look,
It's all up and up.
with
Up
that,
and up.
yeah.
Positive.
With
Positive
that in
vibe.
mind.
With that in mind, we are gonna, you know, I don't
Roll
know,
the doobie.
roll a
brother.
little doobie, you know, maybe not, and listen to What a Fool Believes by the Doobie Brothers.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I got the doobies confused.
It's a party song. Get into it. Happy New Year.
Yeah.